Coming up on today's news, Bray Wyatt has told fans that he'll see them very soon. Paige has possibly teased a return to wrestling in January. And we take a look at when Big E found out about his recent WWE title win. Yes, it's all about the news, Jack and Ross, baby. So we're going to have planned that on the way here, like coming down the stairs to the studio.
It's good, that.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much. So yeah, Bray Wyatt has hopped on social media and has told fans that he'll see them very soon. He was tweeted by a fan who said, "I miss you, brother." And
the 100 emoji.
And the 100 emojis.
What does that mean?
I miss you fully, 100%, I think. I'm not entirely certain, though. And then he replied saying, "Everything will be clear. I'll see you all very soon. Revenge is a confession of pain."
Now, if you notice, the start of every sentence starts with a letter E-I-R.
Right.
E-I-R.
Okay.
E-I-R. E-I-R. It's going to join E-I-R.
What's EIR?
No idea. I'm just trying to make a joke because all wrestlers these days tweet those things with
cryptic things.
So he's going to join EIR.
Yeah, everything's on a separate line, like a poem, like a little poem. It sounds very Bray Wyatt-y. Revenge is a confession of pain. Does that mean that he is going to seek revenge and he's confessed that he's had a painful time?
Vince McMahon's house. He's going to go to Vince McMahon's house and slap him round the face. That's what I've read from that. Right,
okay. I've not quite read that from that, but I remember people speculating, and I don't know with how much backing, that he was going to end up in Impact Wrestling, which, I mean, fair enough. That would probably be good. I mean, the place that everyone gets linked to all the time now is AEW, but would they have they got too many now?
I've got no idea, Jack. It's such a weird thing to say. Oh, he should go there. He should go there. He should go there.
It is.
Just like, I don't know. I'm going to let this one play out. Go wherever he's going to be the happiest.
Yeah,
the most creatively fulfilled. All the things he wants to do in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. You should go where is best for him.
His heart wants to.
Revenge is a confession of pain.
That means probably he's not going to get revenge. Therefore, he's not going to be bitchy about WWE. Sorry.
Maybe, or is he going to confess that he's felt pain and he's going to? No, probably not. He's probably going to say, yeah, no. Oh man, I can't analyse this. But anyway, that's what Bray Wyatt's been up to on social media. It's encouraging to hear from him, and hopefully we'll see him somewhere very soon. But he's not the only former WWE superstar who's been teasing us on social media, because Paige has fueled further speculation that she might be making a comeback as well, just by tweeting out the word January. Now, we know what happens in January.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Day. New Year's Day.
Not Eve, that's December, isn't it?
But at the end of January, we get an even bigger celebration, of course.
It's a Royal Rumble.
It's a Royal Rumble.
I can see you were teasing something
yes.
there. Yes.
Now, she's spoken recently about wanting to return to the ring and all that sort of stuff. She's been training hard for it. Apparently her neck, which caused her retirement in the first place, is feeling much better. We all thought she was gone forever from in-ring competition. But then when you see the likes of Bryan Danielson come back after an injury that's kept him out for many years, maybe it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And Edge, of course, as well.
I was going to say, I'm sure Paige's neck, whatever's going on in her neck, was quite similar to Edge's neck at one period of time. I'm sure I've read that somewhere. If I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. But yeah, you've just got to think in her shoes, like looking at those three coming back especially, and other people who've been out for years making comebacks around the world of professional wrestling, she's probably thinking, why not? And more power to her. If she's fit enough to do it, and she's healthy enough to do it, and there's not too much of a risk in her doing it, why not? Get her back in there. And
as well, she might have even more motivation to do it, because she's a lot younger than the likes of Edge and Bryan Danielson. She really kind of got her career cut short in her prime, or arguably even before her prime.
It's like 26, I think she was, wasn't she?
Yeah, like it was very, very sad. So, I mean, fair play. If she wants to do that, then hopefully she'll be able to. January does seem to suggest maybe a Royal Rumble return, maybe just a return in January.
Maybe that's when her contract's up.
Or maybe, very true.
Because Kevin Owens' deal's apparently up at the end of the year. Sami Zayn, I saw someone saying, was sort of a similar time to Kevin Owens. So maybe sort of January the 1st is when she's a free agent.
Yes.
And could speak to other places, maybe. I don't know, we're just speculating recklessly here.
I mean, we do have to acknowledge as well, it could be anything. It could be something maybe non-wrestling related. She's very very successful on Twitch, so there's no need for her to return to the wrestling business. But I mean, you imagine it's got to be pretty heartbreaking to have to retire at such a young age. So we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait until January, or until maybe she speculates further. Dark Side of the Ring. The second half of season 3 begins tonight, I believe, and it's a big episode, Ross. It's a big episode.
This is the potential career ender for Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's the Plane Ride from Hell episode, which seems to have a whole collection of infamous wrestling stories all in one
do you want to
flight.
try and just reel them off now? So we've got Sean Waltman cutting Michael Hayes' hair.
Yeah.
We've got Vince and Kurt Angle wrestling on the floor.
Yeah.
With Undertaker splitting them up, wasn't it?
Kurt Hennig do something?
Kurt Hennig did with Lesnar, didn't he?
Oh.
Wrestled with Lesnar?
Did they both wrestle on the same flight?
I think so.
Maybe.
What else is there?
There's,
alcohol involved.
Ric Flair. Dustin
he
Rhodes.
got naked, didn't he?
Yeah, Ric Flair, Dustin Rhodes on the like the in-flight mic phone singing to his ex-wife and. He was going through a dark time. He was going through, and this is
all allegedly what you just hear through the grapevine and whatnot, and wrestling rumour and innuendo and all that stuff. So hopefully this episode of Dark Side of the Ring will be so juicy that we'll get to hear a few of these rumours, maybe confirmed, maybe just put to bed. Who knows what might happen? I'm
already cringing at the thought. Ric Flair was asked about this by Renee Paquet on a recent episode of Oral Sessions, and said, "God, I've heard about it too. Just when things are going good for me."
I'd say he's worried.
Oh, man.
This is potentially a mess, but compelling television all the same.
Oh, 100%.
Dark Side of the Ring is fantastic.
I was so sad because I didn't realise that this season was going to be split into two halves. So I was fully into it. I was like, oh, there's the episode about North Korea and all this sort of stuff, and Nick Gage and Pillman. Like, oh yeah, there's some really sad ones as well, and then there's controversial ones like these as well. And then it just took a break, and I was like, no, I need more. It's coming back. The Plane Ride from Hell is probably one of the big ones, I'd say, that a lot of people are looking forward to.
And if you're interested further, just type in your search bar on YouTube here, Cultaholic Plane Ride from Hell. I'm sure we've done a video on it somewhere down the line.
I feel like I was the voiceover on that, and it was probably written by Justin Henry or Lewis House. One of the two very talented writers here. Not as talented as me and Ross are at writing, though. We're really good. No, we all have our different strengths and weaknesses. We all have our different. I just didn't want people. Right? Do you know why I said that? Right? I didn't want people to think that people wrote all our stuff for us. I wanted people to know that we can write as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we are better than them.
Any voiceover you hear from me, though, it's written by somebody else.
And every voiceover you hear from me, not everyone, but most of them are written by somebody else as well. I mean, right? Anyway, just a peek behind the curtain there. Let's talk about Big E finally, and let's talk about when he found out about his WWE title win plans. Ross, what was he saying during a recent interview with Bleacher Report?
When I started this loop, my intention was that I was supposed to be home Monday morning after the live event Sunday, and I realised I was going to be going to Raw last minute. This was a bit of a last minute decision. Quelle surprise, as the French would say. That was my own bit there. That's not Big E's words. There was also the option of maybe I go out there and do some teasing and come back later when it's time to actually cash in. I go back to SmackDown and cash in there. I wasn't really sure. It was an afternoon, that day decision, and it all happened very, very quickly. For me, it was definitely not something that was set in stone days and days ahead, which I guess feeds into the rumour and innuendo that Raw was reacting to last week's Dynamite.
Yes, now I'm surprised because my opinion was that Raw was reacting a bit to Dynamite, but also to Monday Night Football. Yeah, and I thought when we heard that the day of the draft had been pushed back from August to October, I think, I thought maybe that was to kind of make this possible and not have all these things happen before the draft and everyone gets jumbled about anyway. But now, I don't know, because surely Big E would have heard about this through the grapevine at least, if it was a more long-term plan. It does fit in with what Kofi Kingston was saying the other day about how basically he often finds out about matches that he's going to be in on social media before he's actually heard about them from WWE. Yeah, I mean it's a bit of an annoyance for Big E to have to work an extra day, but I mean, it's probably an alright one because he's becoming WWE champion. You know what? I've not got a lot of faith in how Big E's title run. I'm so glad that he's got the title and that's in history forever now, and he really deserves that. But I don't know how optimistic I am for the reign itself.
I mean, you can't be, Jack. How many times have we been set up by something like this and then it's just been sort of dwindling out into nothing with diminishing returns? I hope he gets that match with Goldberg and he beats Goldberg, just so he can live out his boyhood dream of slapping meat with that big sweaty man. Yeah. So yeah, just I hope he gets that, and I hope it's a long and fruitful reign.
Yeah, I watched that again for the first time in a while. You want
your 5-star classics?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
That's not why I'm here. Yes, excellent stuff. Well, let us know what you think of any of these news stories in the comment section down below. And just tune in for all great content moving forwards as well. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay positive, so positive indeed. And we'll see you very soon.